mineral product way back in 1934. Today, Dr. Sam is the main spokesperson for the Nutrilite brand. He spends a great deal of time traveling around the world to spread the word about nutrition and wellness.
Anniversary, and this is our stay in India, and for me it's always a great pleasure to come back to India. For me it's a little bit of an anniversary, as my first trip to India was 50 years ago, and to Calcutta. And I've been coming back every so many years to repeat and be a part of the Nutrilite phenomena that's taking place here in India. It's a very great market for us, and we're honored to be a part of the Indian community and supplying good nutrition. They asked if I would spend a few moments just giving you a brief vision of Nutrilite and where we've come from and where we're going. We're celebrating our 80th anniversary, as I said. Actually, the history behind Nutrilite goes back almost 100 years, when my father stepped off the boat in China in 1915 as a young man, became very interested in the plight of people around the world in terms of their health conditions. And he got very interested in China, where he was for some 12 years. And he studied traditional Chinese medicine. And he was one of the first Western scientists to make the connection between nutrition and health. And became interested in a plant-based diet. He became interested in understanding the science behind traditional Chinese medicine. And even we found in his early studies that there was an Indian influence as well. And perhaps the Indian civilization was really the first to have an appreciation of the holistic approach to health that we practice today in Nutrilite, which is looking at the whole person, the whole body, the whole environment in terms of lifestyle, life stages, and eating, and how
he talked about the global phytonutrient report, which really said that 85% of the Asians don't get the required amount of fruit and vegetable servings in a day, which is 4. In addition to that, what we also know is that there's a huge gap in the consumption of protein too. So as per ICMR, children need 1.2 grams per kilo of body weight of protein every day. And adults need 1 gram per kilo of body weight of protein. And not only this, it is also known that the human body doesn't store protein. So you need this dose of protein every day. You can't accumulate in one day and make up for the other. So what are we actually taking and what are we actually getting? What we find is, in a typical vegetarian diet, you get roughly 30 to 35 grams of protein a day. And an adult who weighs 60 kilos needs 60 grams. So that's a big gap. And it's building up on a day-to-day basis. Even for a non-vegetarian diet, we find that typical non-vegetarian Indian diet gets around 40 to 45 grams of protein in a day. Which again is a gap from 60 grams for a 60 kg adult.